happy Wednesday. Come on in the room. You know how we do. Come in. Let us know where you from. What do you do? Let me share this out real quick to all of my other pages. Give me 1 second. Hey, Toya. You able to do it?
Yeah. I gotta share one by one.
Great. And put say come learn your business consistency now. Yeah, you share one by one. Hey, hello, accountant from Jacksonville. Hey, Courtney. Jacksonville. Okay, I see you, Jacksonville. What else? Oh, you a cookie creator. Okay, come on with it. I'm a cookie creator. I like how you put that in there. I'm a cookie creator. I'm just getting my Instagram together. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Hey, I have a digital marketing agency. I'm in PA. Okay. Crest Hill. Okay. You guys can come in and share this out. I would greatly appreciate it. You know how we operate. Just come in and share it out. Sharing is caring. So the more you share it out, the more I'm going to want to come here on Wednesday to give you this free information. Hi, Instagram. Let me put my title in really quickly. First. Okay, we're good. Okay, it looks like I'm good on all channels. Okay. Thank you. You have done several elevator pitches. Yes, come on with the pitches. Okay. If you guys could come in and share this training out, I would greatly appreciate it. Sharing is caring, so come right on in and share. Share with your friends and family. Hey! So come in and share this out. I'm going to give you these tips really quickly on the 5 ways to prep your business consistency. I get this question a lot, like, you are so overly consistent. Like, how do I get this consistency in my business? Like, what do I do? So I want to share it really quickly. So make sure that you come on. Let us know where you're from. What do you do? What products and or services do you sell? Have no problem with you selling your products and services in my training. I don't help everybody, nor do I want to. So you can come in and tell the people what you do, why you do it, why you're the best. Like, I have no problem with you doing that. I'm just trying to make sure that I shared it in my other groups. I'm going to share this one. Okay, do you guys have pen and paper? I don't think I'm going to leave this one up for the replay. I think I'm going to take this one down and add it to my consistency bundle that I already have. Let me turn this down. My consistency bundle that I already have. Tyler Lawrence, entertainment publicist. Okay. Sharing a group. HR specialist. Okay. Let me see. Hey, I also support with resumes. Okay. So, okay, we're where we need to be. For those who do not know me, my name is Bianca Shelley Robinson. I am a global project manager. I'm in the business of aligning strategic opportunities for my clients that will produce profitable results. By focusing on your business infrastructure, I strongly believe that if you have the right processes in your business, your productivity will increase. And when processes and productivity meets, profit increases as well. And so we're all about working smart and profiting smarter here at Kate & K Consulting. So if you are interested, in putting systems and processes in your business and going from that 5 to 6 figure mark, we're definitely the people you should work with. Every Wednesday when I do my training, I have a discounted offer. So I have my Systemizing Your Workflow course is $99, but today is $29 for the first 40 people. It'll show you how to get 30 business emails. So I have a Bianca at Kate & K, admin at Kate & K, hello at Kate & K, contacts at Kate & K, clients at Kate & K, customer service at Kate & K, business at Kate & K, speaking at Kate & K, and I pay $5 for all of those emails. Like it's $5 for all of those emails. And so I have a training to show you how to get 30 emails for only $5, like $5 total. And then it shows you how to do your professional signature, how to do a simple basic landing page. Like I'm not an email marketer, but I know enough. How to do simple basic landing pages and ConvertKit and MailChimp, and how to do a 2-step funnel. A lot of you do these long elaborate funnels, but you only need a 2-step funnel. But the link for that is bit.ly CCC S as in Sam, Y as in yarn, W as in water, and F as in Frank. For you to get it for the $29. I have 40 available, so make sure that you purchase that. It's called Systemizing Your Workflow. So if you go to bit.ly/CCC SYWF, you can get it for $29. Okay, so I want to talk about consistency. I know that a lot of you guys struggle with that. And it was something that I struggled with in the beginning too. But I kind of figured this out. So I want to give you kind of my 5 ways to prep your business consistency. So if you are ready, put a ready in the comments. If this is your first time here, welcome. But we're really interactive. So I like 1s and 2s and yeses and readies and shares and, share it. You can share it out. I would appreciate that. Sharing is caring. So all I ask you to do is just come here and just share it. Just share. Just hit the little share button. Just share it out. Bring your friend, your cousin, your mom and them. Bring them. So it's not really steps, right? I just want to kind of have a conversation. I have like a 5-step formula, but it kind of go together, okay? It kind of just like run together. So it's not really steps per se, but we have steps, right? So this is how I kind of prep my consistency. The first thing you want to do is first you want to know what's the numbers, like why are you being consistent? Like what's the numbers? What are you trying to accomplish, right? So I run my business based on quarters. So quarter 1, I'm gonna do this. Quarter 2, I'm gonna do this. Quarter 3, I'm gonna do this. Quarter 4, I'm gonna do that. So I'm very clear about what I'm working on each quarter. So since I know what I'm working on each quarter, I know how much money I need each quarter to make my total of what I want to make for the year, right? I know the whole year how much money I want to make. Well, I divide that by 4, and that's how much money I need to make every quarter. Based on these numbers, what am I going to sell to get these numbers? What am I going to sell to get these numbers? So if you have been in any of my programs or any of my trainings, we do the same trainings every year. They just run at different times. So we just launched the Get Your Business Shit Together, the 31-day program, where we run that every quarter. We just did the money generating activities. We run that in June and November. We just did the processes that lead to profit. That's in November. Our sales and strategy training, that runs in September. So like everything that we do, we're on a schedule. So I know how many people I need for this, how much I have to sell this for. So I already know for the year kind of what my main things that I sell. That's why most of the time, not most of the time, 100% of the time, if you buy one of my challenges, the next time I do it, you get it for free. So you only have to pay one time for any of my courses, trainings, or challenges, because every time I redo it, you get access to it for free at no additional cost. So I run those every year. So I know, based on the old stuff that I run, how much money I want to make, because I'm projecting off of what I did last year. So one of my launches that we did, it was a $35,000 launch. Well, if I made $35,000 from this one launch, next year when I do it, my reach will be different, right? My testimonials will be different. My followers, I'll have more. My publications, I'll have more press, right? I'll have more testimonials. I'll have bigger clients, right? So instead of it being that, let's just double the number. So I'm all about doubling the number. Whatever I did last year, let's just double it. That's just my rule of thumb. If you have nothing to go off of to gauge it, if it's new, my rule of thumb is always 20. I want 20 people. So I know some people say, well, this is my new program. Like, I don't really know. My rule of thumb is just always 20. If I get 20 people to buy it, then we okay. When I first started out, it was 5. I just need 5 people to buy it. If I get 5 people to buy it, it's cool. But if I don't get 5, we have to kind of see, is this Bianca's time that she doing? Or is this like something that can kind of run on its own? Because this is my time. I'm not putting all that time and energy into something for 5 people. However, if I can figure out how to automate it and make it run by itself, then, I can do that. But I'm not doing it for 5 people. So you got to kind of figure out what's the products and what's the services that you have. If you're more product based, are these products going to run every year, 2 times a year, 3 times a year? If it worked, continue to do it. If you did it in January and it worked, do it again in March. If you did it in March and it worked, do it again in June. If it did it in June and it did good, do it again in September. If it did good and you liked it, do it for Black Friday. Like, you could continue to relaunch. You can launch however many times you want to launch. But you have to understand what a launch is. A launch is a start date and it's an end date. So if it started January 15th and you close it on January 14th, if a person come on January 15th and want to buy it, it's closed. You can't get it to redo it in March. So you need a waiting list for it. So a lot of my programs, I have waiting lists for the programs. So when I say, hey, it's coming back out, people instantly buy it because they've already been on a waiting list. So the first thing you want to do is you want to figure out what you're selling to be consistent with. Like, why are you doing all of this work? What's the number? What's the products? What's the service? How many you want? Oh, get the door. How many you want? Like, what does that look like? Make sure she turn the ring off her phone. What does that look like? Like, what does that kind of look like? Because a lot of you are consistent for the wrong things. So you want to just be clear about, what does that consistency look like? Like, why am I overly consistent with this? Like, why am I showing up for this? Why am I redoing my schedule for this? So that's the first thing you want to do. So let me know if that makes sense. You kind of want to figure out what's the numbers. What are the numbers? Like, what does the numbers look like? Let's talk about that. What is the numbers and what does the numbers look like? Because a lot of you are overly consistent for something that you don't have to be overly consistent for. So you want to make sure that the consistency matches up. Like, you work out once a week for an hour on Friday. Like, that's not worth being consistent. You want to kind of maybe give that hour to something else, knock some other stuff off of your plate. So now you can work out 3 times a week for an hour. Like, you kind of want to, a lot of you are consistent with the wrong things and it doesn't equal to the bottom line that you want. So you have to kind of figure out, why am I doing all of this? So now that you know, and I'll give examples. So we do each quarter, this is number 2. You want to figure whatever you're going to be consistent with that quarter, you want to batch it. Whatever you want to be consistent with for that quarter, you want to batch it. And you always want to be a quarter ahead. So if you decide right now that, I want to be consistent with my emails, don't start being consistent with your emails now because you've been inconsistent and we're already into quarter 3. So just finish being inconsistent. But Q4 going to be consistent with your email. So right now you have to batch those, right? So that you can be consistent with it. You can't be consistent while you in it. Like, it doesn't really work because you're going to fall off. You're going to get discouraged and it's not going to work. So I batch my consistency. I'll answer that question at the end. I batch my consistency for the quarter ahead. So I'm always a quarter ahead. So for Q4, if you say, you know what, I want to be consistent with my emails. Well, you need to start to batch those emails now so that when Q4 starts, they'll just automatically go out. So I pick different things that I want to be consistent with every quarter. So I pick different things that I want to be consistent with every quarter. So maybe Q1 is my emails. Maybe Q2 is my live streaming. Maybe Q3 is my Facebook group. Maybe Q4 is my business outreach. But I'm very clear about what's my level of consistency for that quarter. So that when you see me, you like, oh my God, like her emails, she's so consistent with it. No, I'm just playing what I want you to see. What I want you to see is what I'm consistent with. So if I'm consistent with that, that's because I want you to see that. So if I'm consistent with that, that means that I want you to see that. So just because you get my emails every Monday and Friday, I'm not writing them emails every Monday and Friday. I did that a quarter before. So now it just automatically runs. So you want to pick and choose what you want to be consistent with. Like, what do you want to be consistent with for that particular quarter? Right? However, if there ain't no money attached to it, you shouldn't be consistent with it, right? If there's no money attached to those emails, let's just say you're trying to sell your course, and that course you're selling on Black Friday. So all of your emails Q4 are to prep you for that, right? So maybe for Q4, you're selling your course for Black Friday. So all of your emails for Q4 is prepping people for that, right? So maybe your course is the 10 things you need to do to pitch to get a 6-figure client. So from October to the last week of November, which is Black Friday, I'm giving you little information here and there to prepare your mind to get ready for the big thing that I'm selling. But I'm probably selling smaller things in between that. I'm probably selling smaller things in between that at that time. So there's no need for money to be attached. There's no need for you to be overly consistent with that when there's no money attached to that. There's no need for you to be overly consistent with that if there's no money attached to that. There's no need for you to be overly consistent with that if there's no money attached to it. There's no money attached to it, so why are you putting all your time and energy into it? But if you're building the like, know, and trust, right? Even when you're building the like, know, and trust, this is me building the like, know, and trust. This is you knowing about me, for us to engage, for you to ask me questions, and for me to give you your information. This is an entire sale, though. Every Wednesday, I show up, I give you information, I give you value. But what do I do every Wednesday when I come over here? I'm selling you on something that is of discounted, right? I'm saying, hey, this costs this, but you can get it for this particular amount. I'm also telling you about the upcoming stuff that I have coming up. Like, I'm doing a free training on August the 14th. So I'm giving you that information too. So I'm consistent with my Wednesday training for 3 reasons. Your Facebook business page, because I go live on my Facebook business page and I also go live on my Instagram. But your Facebook business page is real estate collateral. When people Google you, the top 2 things that come up is your website and your Facebook business page. Your Facebook business page is prime real estate. So all of my testimonials are on there. When people Google me, I want them to be able to come to these videos, right? I want them to see like, oh, she did a training. It was 5,000 people in that training. Like, she was over giving information. She was also selling this. So I am building my Facebook business page with these Wednesday trainings that we do every single Wednesday. I'm showing that I'm showing up every day at this particular time, and this is the value that I bring. These are the people that I bring. I also tell you to plug your business too, because a lot of people watch these, right? A lot of people watch these replays. So your ideal client might be watching this replay. That's why I tell you, focus on your elevator pitch. Make sure you're putting the right information in there, because people watch these trainings, like they rewatch them. I also use these trainings to pitch for speaking engagements, to pitch for partnerships. So these live videos, I'm using it to build my IGTV back, like, because my focus is different. So my IGTV, we're building that back. I'm also rebuilding my YouTube channel. So all of these videos go to all of these different places. So I'm consistent with my education collateral because it builds a like, know, and trust. It shows my knowledge and my expertise. It also is a marketing tool for me to bring in clients. So I'm very consistent with my Wednesday training because I am building the like, know, and trust. I'm building my cash flow. This is what I decided that I wanted to be consistent with for the duration of the year. So I'm showing up here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock for the remaining of the year to be consistent with this. This is the one thing that I've figured out that I want to be consistent with, because I'm going to use these other things to promote other products and or services. So I'm very consistent. I just don't do stuff just to do them. Like, it's always a purpose. Like, I'm not just showing up here just to show up, Like, I'm not doing it. This is an entire sale, right? So you want to kind of figure out, not kind of, you figure out, what do you want to be consistent with? How much consistency is that going to do? So I figured if I do a video a week, right, then that's 4 to 5 trainings a month. You can open it. That's 4 to 5 trainings a month. So if that's 4 to 5 trainings a month, then I should have about 10 to 15 videos. I'll take that phone back now. I don't want to turn it through my trainings. So you kind of want to think of it from that way. If I'm here every Wednesday, and it's sometimes 5, Wednesdays in a month, but typically it's 4, right? And I'm doing it for the next 4 to 5 months, right? That's about 15 to 20 trainings that I will have on my YouTube, on my Facebook business page, and on my Instagram TV. That's a lot of collateral, right? So I'm picking and choosing what I want to build. This is what I'm picking to be consistent with for the duration of this year. So first you want to figure out what's the purpose. Like, why are you consistent? Like, what is that going to bring? So you want to batch your consistency. So no, I don't batch my lives because I like the live interaction and the talk, but I'm batching the content. So it won't be on my YouTube until Q4, right? So these videos are on my Facebook and my Instagram, but they won't go to my YouTube until Q4 because we already have videos that's already scheduled. So I'm batching my consistency for Q1 of 2020. So I'm batching my consistency for Q1 of 2021 because my videos that I do now, they're not on my YouTube, but they will go on my YouTube Q1 of 2021. So that's what I want to be consistent with Q1 of 2021. I want to be overly consistent with my YouTube. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these same videos that did really good on these other platforms. I'm going to put them on other platforms and repurposes to put it there. Does that make sense? You with me? Yes, no, maybe so. It makes sense. You get it. You got it. Yes, girl. Like, where we at? Like, what are we doing? Okay, yes. Okay, I see. Okay, yes. Okay, yes, I see it. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is kind of know your numbers. So I know my numbers of the digital products that I want from going live, right? I know my numbers that I want for my digital products going live, right? So because we have a promo code that's attached to it. Remember, I told you I only have this certain number available. So we have a goal based on our lower tier products when we go live on these platforms, right? So I have a goal of those particular numbers. You want to batch the consistency. You're going to fall off. It's just human nature. You're going to fall off. Oh my God, I'm just going to be overly consistent. And then like, you're going to fall off, right? It's just human nature of being able to fall off. Like, it's just what we do. So I batch my consistency so that I won't fall off. Like, I batch my consistency so I won't fall off. You might say, you know what? I want to send out emails every Tuesday. Well, next Tuesday, all hell gonna break loose and you're not going to be able to do it. And you're gonna be like, dang, man, like I was supposed to do that and I didn't do it. Well, I'll try again next week. So I know that life is going to happen. So I schedule my life that will happen. And I'm not trying to be consistent in this particular quarter. You want to be inconsistent until you can be consistent. Like, you want to be inconsistent until you can be consistent. The worst thing in the world is to get your following and have your people going and build your tribe, and then life happens to you and then you fall off and then you're trying to come back. Like, we care, but we really don't care. Like, we want the information. We want the consistency. We attach ourselves to people that show up. So it's okay. Like, we sorry that your grandma died, right? We are sorry. but you've been gone for 6 weeks, and now you come back and you're trying to build the momentum back. We've already found somebody. Like, we've already found somebody to latch on to. Because remember, you used to go live every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Well, now you're not going live Wednesday at 1 o'clock, right? We planned our day. I have people that plan a lunch break around these lives. I have people that plan their entire day around this 1 o'clock. So if I don't show up at this 1 o'clock, they are now inconsistent because they use this for their professional development for the week. They know that I'm going to come here at Wednesday at 1 o'clock and give them this work, and then they're going to work on it for the rest of the week, and then they're going to come back. So they've planned their consistency around me too. So when I don't show up, it forces them to fall off too. So when they fall off, now they're mad, and now they have to find somebody else to give them the consistency that you was given. Well, if you fall off, I found somebody. So I don't care that you back now 3 months later and you trying to go live Wednesday at 1 o'clock again. Like, we've already found somebody already. So you're gonna have to start over. All that momentum that you built up, you're gonna have to start over. So that's why you want to be inconsistent until you can just be consistent. Because you stopping and coming and stopping and coming and stopping and coming like that, you not loyal. And so I can't put my eggs in a basket on someone that, is inconsistent. So therefore, you don't have a tribe. You don't have people that pay. You don't have people that, what I'm saying, your word means something to them. So I want you to be inconsistent until you can be consistent. A lot of people will say, like, hey, we're just going back into the swing of it. You have to build up that swing of it muscle. You have to kind of build back into that. That takes time. But if you batch your consistency, then it won't matter. It won't matter that, things have happened to you in your life, because that Tuesday email is already scheduled all the way to the end of the year. So it doesn't matter. So you want to batch your consistency. If you don't learn anything else, whatever you want to be consistent with, batch. You want to be consistent with emails, batch them. If you want to be consistent with these, just like these Wednesday trainings, I'm live for these Wednesday trainings at 1 o'clock. But if life happens, I have videos already recorded already. So if I can't be here live Wednesday at 1 o'clock, I have a video that I'll just email out and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to do our training, but hey, here's the link for you to watch this video that I prepared for you. I'm going to go live Thursday so we can talk about it. Like, I'm going to make sure that no matter what happened, I'm going to be consistent. Like, I'm going to be consistent with that. So you want to batch your consistency. You want to plan your consistency for the quarter ahead. Understand what the sale focus is for that consistency, right? So if you're trying to sell, we sell stuff every day, like every month. That's my husband. We sell stuff every day, every month. Like, we sell stuff all of the time. So I know what I'm going to be consistent with selling, but I also know the small things that I'm going to add into my business model to be consistent. Don't you at some point repeat the content of these videos. Can you wait to the end to answer your questions? Thank you. Can you wait to the end to answer your questions? So know the numbers. So number one was know your numbers. Know what you want to be consistent with. Number two is you want to batch your consistency. Number three, you want to plan your consistency ahead. So don't batch for the quarter that you're in, right? Don't batch for the quarter that you're in. You need to be figuring out the strategy for the quarter that you're trying to be consistent with. So if you're trying to be consistent Q4 with your emails, why are you consistent with the emails? What's the money in the emails? What are you trying to build? Hold on, my Instagram. I don't know what happened with my Instagram. It cut off. What are you trying to build with those emails? Like, what are you trying to build? Just because you send, just like because you post every day on social media, that means nothing because you post every day. Like, you just posting just to post. Like, what does that mean that you're posting every single day? Like, that doesn't mean anything. Just like you send out emails every day. Like, what's the purpose of you sending these emails every single day? What's the purpose of you showing up on my timeline every day? So you kind of want to figure out what's that overall purpose. Like, what does that look like? You want to kind of make it make sense. Like, what does that look like? And then where's the money that's attached to that? Like, what does that money look like? Even if it's, I just want to make $200 a month from my digital products. Like that might be the thing. Like I just want to make $200 a month from my digital products. I'm gonna go live, once a week, and I'm gonna sell my products, and then I'm gonna make $200 extra a month, for my digital products. Like that might be what you want to do. Like that might be, what you want to do. Like doesn't have to be elaborate. And we teach business diversification. And so we have multiple streams of income within our business model. So you might be a service provider and you just want to pay your kids tuition at their school. That's $1,500. So you just create these small digital products to sell your $1,500 digital product so that you can create an extra stream of income to pay your baby tuition. Like it really just depends on what you want to do. Each one doesn't have to be a high ticket amount. Like each one doesn't have to be, I want to make, $30,000, $20,000, or $3,000. Like each stream of income doesn't have to be that. You might say, I want to make, this digital product and sell this ebook for $20. And so every $20 that I get for this, I'm gonna put it in my fund account because I'm going to Fiji at the end of the year. That might be what you just do your live streams for. It doesn't have to be for everything, but it needs a purpose. You have to give your money purpose. You have to give your stream of income a purpose. Like I'm gonna make this extra stream of income, and so this extra $20 that I'm making from this particular ebook, all the money for this is gonna go into this one account so that I can use this to go on vacation at the end of the year. Or I'm gonna sell this, $7 checklist. So every person that buys this $7 checklist at the end of the month, I'm gonna use this to pay off my credit cards. Like you can give your money purpose for your consistency, because there's no point of being you don't be motivated to be consistent if there's no money attached to it. I don't care what nobody says. If there's no big goal that's attached to it, there's no purpose of being consistent. I work out every day because I just want to look good naked. So therefore I work out every day because that's the consistency that I want. But if that wasn't my goal, I wouldn't do it. Like it's no real goal. Like it's nothing at the end of the pot of the rainbow for me to be, consistent with it, right? You show up every day because you're looking for a reward. Well, what is that reward? If I show up every day and I give this value every day, I'm building my tribe. It might be I want to add 30,000 people to my Facebook group, or I want 20,000 Instagram followers, or I want 7 people to book a session a week. Whatever, you have to have a goal. You can't just show up and wing it because you have no blueprint, no guideline, no framework, no roadmap. So now you're just all over the place. And so you don't see the importance of being consistency. You also can't gauge it. Like, what's your KPI? Like, what's the key performance indicators to let you know, like, this is working? Like, we need some type of pat on the back or some type of sign that what we doing is not going in vain. Like, it has to make sense. We have to see something. We have just a little light at the end of the tunnel. So your little light at the end of the tunnel might be 3 people join your Facebook group, 2 people downloaded your freebie. Well, once what you want sticks, it's like, okay, I can show up, like just like me working out. Once my jeans that couldn't fit over my thighs now go up, oh, let me work out a little bit more so I can button them up. Now that I button them up, let me make sure I can walk in them so I don't rip them. Okay, now that I can walk them and don't rip them, let me make sure I can bend down. Like, it's just those little steps of consistency. So what is your consistency plan? You try to be consistent with everything, and that's why you're consistent with nothing. Like, you're trying to be consistent with everything, and that's why you're consistent with nothing. You can't just take on the world. Like, I'm going to do all of these things. This is like trying to run a marathon in just one day, and you decide today, well, it's a marathon down the street, I'm gonna go run it. No, that's the same thing that you're doing to yourself when you decide to put all this stuff on your plate with no strategy. So what is a strategy? For me, I'm quarter driven. So I know what I'm doing for the whole quarter. I know what it requires for the whole quarter. I know how many times I got to market. I know how many times I got to live. I know how many times I got to send emails. I know how many times I got to do a free training. I know how many products and services I have to sell. Like, I gauge this. Like, I get those. Yes, I'm going to fit in. I can fit into my jeans, but I'm going to, make it make sense. And this might just be your first time, like the first time you're kind of introduced to this information, right? we all started with no numbers, no focus. I don't care what people say. Like, you write all these business plans and all these different blueprints, and you can't plan for something that you don't know. It's just a bunch of what you think might could happen, but you really learn like on the job of how it works. So we all have these elaborate plans. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get this. You might do a live one day and you might get your $10,000 person to just pay you that $10,000 just today. Like, and so that's how I train. That's how I operate. I'm operating. It's just, I just need one person. Like, it's just gonna be one person that's just gonna buy all of it. It's just gonna be somebody that like it in their organization, and they got 5,000 people at their organization. They gonna buy the training for all 5,000 people, and then I'm gonna make my numbers. However, I also know, I also know that is a stretch goal, right? That's stretch. My actual goal, I need 13 people. A lot of you base it off of just God just gonna bring it. And I'm all for manifesting. I'm all for thinking as if it's so. And I'm all for act accordingly and it will come. And I'm already the money in the bank. You know, I'm just waiting for them to just let the funds hit. I am all for that. But I also know that it's work that has to be done in order for you to get there. So operate as if this training you gonna get all your people from this training. So you want to operate in excellence. You should do, nothing is mediocre. You should operate in excellence. I give you these trainings every day and they every Wednesday and they free, but I operate in excellence. I come with, 2 pages of notes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am prepared to do the work. Like, I operate in excellence, whether it's a free training, a paid training, a live broadcast, a worksheet, I operate in excellence. And so that should just be the thing. Because this free training, somebody gonna share it because you're gonna share it again. So share this training again. Amen. You're gonna share this training again. And then you connect it with somebody who connected with somebody that's connected with somebody that shared it. And boom, like this is where we are. So you want to operate in excellence. And it might not happen for this training, but I'm gonna show up every Wednesday, because somebody gonna share it to share it to share it to share it to share it so that I can get my numbers. So that's the same thing. You're sending out these emails every week so that it can eventually convert. So that somebody can eventually say, you know what, she keep emailing me. She keep tapping on my pain point. Let me go ahead and get this girl this little $29. Thank you. Like, because that's what I've been asking for every week. Like, come on and give me my $29. Like, thank you. Let me go ahead and get this girl this little $7. Thank you. You know, she been showing up every week. Let me go ahead and get her this $20. Thank you. That's what eventually, not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but people respect consistency. People respect people that show up and give them what they say that they're going to give them. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow. 2017 and 2018, I went live every single day. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow. Head not comb, clothes don't match, scarf on my head, not feeling good. I went live every single day. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow, because that was the one thing that I can be consistent with. I couldn't be consistent with anything but that 1 hour of my time. So I had to make that 1 hour of my time work. I had to make that 1 hour of my time work. So that's why if you buy some of my older products, all of them was live broadcasts. I went live 365 days, right? Times 2. Like, I went live what's that, almost $800? 800, what's 365 times 2? Ain't that almost 800? 336. Whatever the number that is. 7 what? 730. So that's 730 trainings, right? Every day. That's 730 trainings. Those 730 trainings, I bundled some together and made them into series. I put some of them on my YouTube. I put some on my Facebook. I packaged some of them together and sent them out for speaking engagements. Sometimes I transcribed some of them, made them into workbooks. Some of them I used them for my pitch deck to pitch to organizations for speaking engagements. Head not comb. Me and my 3-month-old baby crying, me hollering at my kids. Like, that was my consistency. That was my raw, consistent talent. And I was showing up every single day. You didn't know what time I was going because it depended on just how I felt. It just depended on, my son was in and out of hospital 2017 and 2018. So sometimes I was in the hospital in the lobby. You see me outside, but I consistently went live every single day, because that was the one thing that I couldn't be consistent with. I couldn't be on a phone or do no sessions. I couldn't do any webinars or trainings or meetings of clients. That's the only thing I could be consistent with. So I had to figure out how to make that one thing for consistency work. So sometimes my hair wouldn't comb. Sometimes I had on my glasses. Sometimes I had on my contacts. If my baby was asleep, I was able to comb my hair, and put on some cute clothes for y'all. Sometimes I had a good ring light. Sometimes I was in the dark. Sometimes I was in my baby room in the dark on the floor doing a live. Sometimes I was outside with my phone. Sometimes I had a computer. Sometimes I was in my car. But I went live every single day. People ask me, how you build your following? From going live. I build my following from going live every single day. Once you go live every single day, it builds up your credibility, because the questions will come. People who have questions, just like you have questions. If I don't know the answer to the questions, then that means that I'm a fraud. That means that my credibility, I have none, right? But when these questions come in and you're answering these questions, it's the quickest way for you to make some money, right? I've been on here for 40 minutes and I've already sold $28, $29 trainings. It's the easiest way for you to come on, make some money, and for you to go about your business. So I built my business in 2017 or 2018 off a lot. But that was my consistency strategy. I couldn't be consistent with anything else but them live. So I had to figure out how to make it work. So you need to figure out, based on what you can be consistent with, how will that increase your bottom line? Based on what you can be consistent with, how can that increase your bottom line? Me going live once a week, it won't go work. Like me going live once a week trying to make the type of money that I want is not going to work. Like me going live once a week. This is just, I told you why I go live every week on Wednesday, to build up my YouTube channel, my Facebook, my Instagram, to build up my credibility, and for me to build a like, know, and trust with new people that I have. But this is no real money attached to me going live every Wednesday. It will lead to money because it's building my education and collateral. So it's a long-term money train, but it's no real instant money. Like, I live a very expensive lifestyle, and the lifestyle that I live, these live ones every Wednesday, is not going to cut it. But if I went back to my live every day, it would. If I went back to my live every day, it would. I just told you how your consistency could build your bottom line. Like, what's up? I think you meant to answer it a different way. Ask a different question. That's a really smart move. What if you don't have a lot of followers? That's a good question. So we can go to questions because I'm finished. I didn't have a lot of followers when I went live at first. But you go live for the people that you have. It was like me and maybe two of my friends. And when Periscope was hot, we used to do these scope trains. And so we used to go live every day and we used to pass the scope. So you would come here and then I would say, hey, okay, now follow me. You're going to be in Takesha's live. Follow me at, Takesha Artist, because that's where we going, to her live. So follow me over there right now to her live. So if there was 2 people in here, I was bringing those 2 people to Takesha's live. And then maybe it was 5 people in her. So when she finished that live, she was bringing them to somebody else's live. So that was called scope trains. So we built each other's platform by going live every single day. Rain, hail, sleet, and snow. We didn't care. I didn't care because I started. I didn't care if you didn't feel good, if your head hurt. You had to go live. Like, it didn't matter. So we kind of built it that way. So even if you have 5, use your 5. Use your 5 people to build on to the other people. Like, use your 5 to build on to your other people. So don't be discouraged because you only have 5 people. Those 5 people will see you going live all the time. And they're like, let me come see what she's talking about. Like, let me see. Like, she keep going live. Like, let me see what she's talking about. And then they're going to come and then they're going to like it. And just like I told you to share, because you should share it right now. Just like I told you to share, they will share too. Just like I told you to share, like they will share too. So let's do some questions. I think I got 10 minutes. So if you ask a question, I'm not scrolling up to see it. So drop your question again. Okay, how did you get your topics for ideas every day? So that's a good question. So I get that question a lot. So we have kind of 4 core competencies that we have in our business. So we have 3 divisions. So we have business coaching, business development, and project management. Well, you need some subs within those buckets. So we teach you how to launch your products and services, how to diversify your business model, how to pitch, and we are really big on sales and strategy. So like today, my topic is the 5 ways to prep your business consistency. I can say the 3 things that you're doing wrong with your consistency plan. The one thing you should have in your consistency formula. The top 4 things that is wrong in your consistency plan. The 3 things that I did to be consistent that cost me $10,000. The 5 angles you must hit in order to get your clients to buy into your consistency. Well, that's just 5 topics that I just made off that one little topic, right? So you want to take the topic and cause and effects. You always want to speak in steps too, right? 3 reasons, because I could just say how to build your business consistency. Well, that doesn't really have a lot of but if I say the 5 ways to prep, you're taking notes. You should probably have 5 things on your paper for you to take notes. We like steps. We work in steps. So it causes you to be focused. So just take one thing and then cause and effect it. So if I say about proposals, right? 5 things you need in your proposals, 10 things that you have in your proposals that's making it go into the no pal. 5 words that must be in your proposal in order to convert. 7, never go over 5. We not standing for 30 things, right? Never go over 5. But if you have 7, say I got 5 things, and if you act right, I'll give you these 2 bonuses, right? So you always want to kind of have bonuses too. But if I say, the 3 things I put in my proposal that landed me a 6-figure client, 4 things that I had in my proposal that cost me a 6-figure client, 4 components needed into your proposal in order for it to convert in email, 3 things you need in your proposal to convert when you're sending it via DM, 5 things you need to have in your proposal when you're trying to convert face to face. So it's just one topic, and I'm just breaking it down in different ways. But let's just say I went live for a whole week and I gave you all of those different things. Now I can bundle those things together and make it a series, right? The proposal series, and I got 5 things that I talked about. Make 5 worksheets, bundle it together, and now I have a $59 bundle or a $99 bundle. The cheapest thing we have is usually $59, so $59 is my MVO. Yes, people are nosy. They will watch the lives. People watch all my lives. Can you reshare examples you use when playing? Can you answer that question better, Kayla? I don't understand what that means. Okay, it was nose. I was about to say, I know that wasn't your question. Were you going live on Facebook business page and personal page? So you don't want to go live on your personal page. And I know you want to go live on your personal page because there's more people on your personal page and they engage more on your personal page. But I had a video like 5 years ago that went viral. Does absolutely nothing for Kate and K Consulting because it was on Bianca's page. So it does nothing for my Kate and K Consulting numbers because it was on Bianca's page. And so you want to build up your business collateral. So I go live on my Facebook business page and then I share it to my other platforms. So I always go live on my Facebook business page. Remember, I'm building my education collateral. I look forward to those. You really help me build my business foundation. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So how many coaches do you recommend someone should have as an entrepreneur? So that's a good question. I don't really know. You got to kind of figure out what you're trying to work on. I think that when you come to a coach, you have to know what you know and what you don't know. Because there's many different coaches and consultants. And so you might want one that's focused heavy on sales because that's what you're doing. You might want one that's heavy on pitching because that's what you're trying to do. I always say work with the person that is in the position that you want to be in. Work with the person that is in the position that you want to be in because it's easy for them to just give you their business model. So we focus heavy on sales and pitching and corporations. So we do digital products too, but you wouldn't hire me to create your digital product. You would hire me for the launch of your digital product. And then I just so happen to know how to kind of package it and put it together. So you kind of want to work with somebody that has the business model that you want. Let's see. How many coaches should you recommend someone have? I answered that. Are you saving these lives? Yes. I'm saving these. What if you don't have a lot of followers? I answered that. Increment stubs. What other questions you guys had? I don't want to scroll up. Do you help network marketers? Yeah, network marketing. You want to build your brand in it. Hopefully, you're using your MLM to build your own personal brand. So you want to be the brand, and you just so happen to sell the products that is from the network marketing company. But yeah, that's not my I'm not marketing to you. I work with professional service providers. So if I have a digital product, you can help me with a launch. Yes, that's what we do. We do launches. We do program launches, project launches, course launches, Facebook group launches. So we do a lot. I'm a project manager that focuses on digital launches. You said basically when planning each Q1, what are some examples you focus on? So it kind of depends on so Keela question is basically planning each Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. What are some examples of focuses? So it just it depends on what you're trying to sell, right? It kind of depends on what you're trying to sell. So each year, each quarter, I know what I'm focusing on. So I have different products and services that I launch each quarter, and so everything that I'm focusing on that quarter to be consistent with is to sell it. So let's just say we about to sell starting the first week of September to the last week of September. We're doing our 21-day sales and systems course. Like that's what we're selling. So next week when I come live, that will be my call to action. Well, my rest of my emails are going to be about this course. The rest of my lives, the rest of my content for this month will be focused on me selling that because that's the main thing that I'm selling. We sell lower tier stuff too, but that's the main push. Each month we have a main push of what we're selling. I'm always selling for the month ahead. So I'm going to sell my sales and strategy course this month, but it doesn't start till September, right? I'm going to sell whatever I'm selling in September, but it doesn't start till October. So I'm always a month. I'm always a month ahead. So you got to figure out what you want to buy. Like what are you trying to sell? What is those numbers? And then what is needed to kind of go into it. When I'm in Q1 mode is when we're selling a lot of our high ticket stuff. People get their taxes. It's new year, new me. You know, people spend a lot of money Q1 because Q4 is holiday season. So we spend a lot of money on our kids and our family. So Q1 is like, well, I'm going to do something for me. We sell a lot of our higher ticket products and services Q1 because people have the disposable income to be able to do it. So I make a really big push for that. So it just kind of depends on the sales cycle of a client that you have. Do you have digital classes that teach about business quarters? No, that's not a digital class. That's more of a services because each quarter is different. I do have a class that show you how to prep for your Q3 success. But it doesn't go like in depth of, the specifics of the industry. That's more of a service. So you could book a session. The investment for our sessions is $650 for our session. So you could book a session and we can give you the framework for it. But no, we don't have services. We don't have products for that. So I have a product called Awesome. I can't help you with branding as a network marketer. Okay, good. So Maeve of Marketing, boom. There you go. She says she can help you with it. See how you just found the people that can help you with what you need in my lives. Okay, what other questions do you have before we go? I have 3 minutes before I have to go, so let's see what your next questions are. Do you have a class to teach about this? Of course, no. But you should. How do you push through a preschool owner? I have no clue. I don't even understand the question. How do you push through as a preschool owner? I needed you to answer that ask that a little bit better. I don't understand the question. How do you push through as a preschool owner? Oh, okay. So you're saying it's COVID right now, so your school is closed. for preschool, since everybody is at home, and so you're trying to figure out how to pivot. Is that the question? What are Q3 and Q4 focuses on? So no, my Q3, no, I plan my vacation within my quarter, and I run my business 90% from my phone. So my vacation isn't. I'm not primary services. I have switched my business model to be digital, 70% digital and 30% services. So me going on vacation, my workload isn't conducive to that. I switched my business model so I don't have to trade time for money. I do a lot of launches, program launches, and digital products. So I could go on vacation and run my business from my phone, which is how I kind of designed it. But Q3 is focused on prepping for Q4, and Q4 is focused on planning for Q1. No, I meant regarding your customers. Oh, okay. So Q3, I'm preparing you for Q4, which is the holiday season. And then when we are in Q4, we're just marketing. We should already have had a lot of our clients. We're finished with our Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So these are the holidays that you should be prepping for, right? Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Those are like the busiest sales week. But also, if you want to get some money at the end of this month, Labor Day is coming up, and it's a 4-day weekend. So you want to push that. Like Labor Day is a 4-day weekend. So a lot of my clients are doing Labor Day launches, and so we're selling them for the 4 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we cut it off, and then we sell something new on Tuesday. I think the problem most of you guys have is that you just think about that, like this, what I'm selling. But what you selling after? Like this, what I'm selling. Like what you selling after this? Like don't think for this month. Let's think for 3-4 months ahead of time. But you can only see what you're selling for this month, so you're always playing catch up. But if you laid out, a lot of you don't have business snapshots. A lot of you care about business plans, but business plans don't matter. Like that's a bunch of words that you think gonna happen that haven't really happened. But you want to do a business snapshot. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm selling. This is how much I want to sell it for. This is how much money I want to make for the whole year. You kind of want to have your stuff in order. So if you know what you're doing for the whole year, you can get your marketing done soon. And so all you have to do is just market like you want to run your business like a corporation. That's my goal mode. Yeah, yes, that's the question. So I don't know, like that's not my area. Like you might want to start to, like my son, he's 3, and so he's not going to daycare, but no one has given me like the framework on what to do, like to teach him now that he at home. Like so maybe you can come up with like kits to help people teach their kids while they're at home. The daycare that my son goes to, a lot of the teachers, they were doing virtual Zoom trainings to teach the kids now that the kids are at home. She developed like a Facebook group, so which was dope. But you also want to charge, right? So maybe these kits you can make for like to teach the parent how to teach their kid at home, how to do progress reports. You know, maybe you can do an hour training, you know, with the kids, see evaluates, kind of help them to see where it's going. Like you need to turn into an online school teacher. Like is what I'm saying. Kayla said, can we get a live on snapshots? Can you write that down? Yeah, so I'll do a live training and show you how to do a business snapshot. I think that's a good idea. Probably won't be a class, it'll probably be a webinar though, because I need to have like some slides and some stuff like that. But I like that to make sure that your business snapshot is prepared. I think something on it too, like how to prepare. No, I have something on how to prepare your profit plan. Not your snapshot, but I have something to prepare your profit plan. So a profit plan is how much money you want to make for the year and what you plan to do to make it. A business snapshot is the mission, the vision, the purpose, the who you want to work with, where are the clients, you know, what you're trying to do to get the clients, what's the marketing outreach to get the clients. Like if you want, you know, $10,000 clients, like what type of marketing are you going to do? What type of more are you going to, like what's the aesthetics for that? What's the marketing videos? Like it's a lot that kind of goes into that. Profit plan is just the numbers, but a business analysis, it maps out the entire year. But yeah, I could do that. No problem. I got you. You have taught me so much as I transition to more digital products. Yes, baby, digital is the way to go. Digital is the way to go. And it's cheaper, right? It's as long as Bianca don't have to do her time, I can give it to you a lot cheaper. But if you want me to do it, like you want me to come and do it, you're gonna have to pay me fee. Like you're gonna have to pay Bianca's fee. Like, but if you don't need Bianca to do it and you just need to learn how to do it, it's a lot cheaper. It helps me a lot too. Cause I'm trying to make a whole bunch of money and do this amount of work. Okay, I just want to do this amount of work, and when I show up to do the work, I'm gonna get paid all my money that I want. You know, and so that's why I work with corporate clients, because they can pay me the money that I want, and I know that it's going to be when I want it, and it's a continuation of money. I don't have to really do nothing after I get it. You know, like I can have my team to do it. It doesn't require Bianca. It requires Bianca to go pitch to get it, but once I get it. Just like at your job. The CEO, he went out there to get the money. Well, your job description is based on what needs to be done for you to continue to get the money. Like, but the CEO ain't doing it. It's you that's doing it. So I like to go fish and then have my team cut up the fish and make sure that the client is happy. But I'm all about working smart and profiting smarter. I'm not working hard. I'm not about to stress myself out. Do you have a course on how to get corporate clients? Yes, I do. It's $800. We just sold that last month. But if you send me a message, you can get it. It's an $800 course to show you how to get corporate clients, the scripts, the all that. But I need to leave from my Instagram because it's gonna cut off and it's not going to save. And you need this to be able to save. So you can come to my Facebook page at Kate and Kate Consultant. But I will be back here on Wednesday. If you have questions though, you can send them to me. Yeah. Okay, what questions we got here? Somebody gave me a pitch. What system are you using for this live stream? Be Live. I'm using Be Live. Somebody gave me a pitch. Who gave me a pitch? Okay, Dorel gave me a pitch. I'm a live streaming diva. I empower entrepreneurs to leverage live streaming to market and monetize their message. If anyone needs support to push the live button, I will be the wingman. Okay, I like that. I feel like from a 1 to 10 it's probably a 7. It could be a lot better than that. But to do what you needed to do, it'll get the job done. But it's definitely not a 10. It's definitely a 7. But it could definitely be a 10. Because there's so much more levels to live streaming. Like, I wouldn't box myself in as that. I would kind of be a media something or something like that and specialize in live streaming. So I would probably diversify that more. It doesn't really do it. So I'll probably do something more with that. So who bought the $29 training? Let me know who bought the $29 training. I see. So the $29 training, it'll show you how to get 30 emails for $5. It'll show you how to get 30 emails. Okay, good. I could deal with a 7 too, baby, because my pitch used to be at a 5. Okay, so I do it every day, so I'm getting better at it. But I was converting at a 5. Do you hear me? I was converting with an elevator pitch at a 5. Okay, because you only know that it's a 5. Like, I only know it's a 7 because I do it for a living. But other people listening to it that don't have a pitch, that don't know, they might think that it's a 90. Like, oh my God, that's so great. Like, that's great. So what's in a $29 thing? So you get 30 emails for $5. So my admin at Kate and K, Bianca at Kate and K, info at Kate and K, clients at Kate and K, all of my emails that are at Kate and K Consultant, I pay $5 like total for all of them. So it's a training to show you how to get 30 email accounts for just $5. It show you how to do a simple 2-step funnel. It shows you how to do basic landing pages. The goal is for you to take your people from social media and to put them into something that you can monetize, which is your list. So just like you bought this product, when you buy this product, you're going on my list. Even though you're here, now you're in 2 places, right? So you need a basic landing page to be able to do that. So it tells you about that too, how to do that. What time is 2? Okay, so I got a call at 2:15, so I have to go. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. But I appreciate you guys for coming here today. We'll be back here Wednesday, same time, same place. And if you have questions, you can message me. What is my email? at Bianca. Oh, at
I'll drop it
Bianca.
in the comments.
At Bianca. No, put your email in there. You can
Okay.
email Tatiana. And she'll put you on my schedule at T Holloway at KadenKconsulting.com. But I appreciate you guys for coming. If you're watching this on a replay, share it out, okay? That's all I ask you to do is just share it out, okay? And I will be back here next week. Same time. Same place. Is your landing pages are done in Gumroad? Some are done in Gumroad and some are done on ConvertKit. So some are done on Gumroad and some are done on ConvertKit. So when you buy digital products, yes, they're on Gumroad. When you get a free digital product, it's on Gumroad. But if you're just signing up for like a regular class, 90% of the time it's on ConvertKit. But we're doing more to have them on Gumroad since Gumroad is a client of mine. I like to build my collateral there to show the CEO of Gumroad, like, hey, I do real numbers on here. I don't have a contract with ConvertKit and they're now my client. So me getting high numbers over there doesn't impress the person that cut me a check, which is Gumroad. So I like to do a lot of stuff on Gumroad to show him my stats and my numbers. Like, I know I get a check for being one of the project managers on your team, but look at the money that I make on your platform. So, yeah. And money and people, right? Subscribers equate to money. So I have like one free product that has like 5,000 people that have like downloaded it. Those numbers are good too. Like those numbers convert too. So yeah, most of it is done in Gumroad. And so since Gumroad have more features, it's a really cool like stuff that's coming out. And I'm so excited that I get to kind of see the behind the scenes and figure out how I'm going to apply it to my business. It's been working out a lot. So yeah, a lot of my landing pages and stuff is in Gumroad. It used to be in ConvertKit, but they're not my client and they don't cut me no check. So yeah, and it's cheaper. Let's talk about that. It's cheaper to put them in Gumroad than it's ConvertKit because ConvertKit you have to pay for each follower that you get, and I'm already paying like $110. It started off as $29 for the first 1,000 subscribers. I think I have like maybe like 5,000 people on my email list, so the money it goes up. Whereas Gumroad, I think it's only like it's free, and then it's $10 a month for the first 1,000 people. Then it goes up to something, but it's not as expensive as ConvertKit. So I try to weigh out my operating expenses to make it make sense. Excellent strategy to work with Gumroad now. Yeah, Gumroad has been a client for about a year. I've used Gumroad system for 4 years, but they've been a client of mine for a year. But you know, I only pitch to people who I am a client of. It makes me look a lot better. So eventually I'll pitch to ConvertKit like, hey, I'm on your system. I got these people. I make this type of money on here. Like you should have me on your team. But I'm trying to figure out if Gumroad can do all the stuff that ConvertKit does. And if they do, then I can just leave them and keep my money and just continue over there to keep getting a check with the person that gave me a check. So yeah. You didn't get me talking about something else. Okay, I gotta go. It would be me and you talking.